Hey Gemini, what's happening? It's Craig and what's poppin', baby? It's your boy for CancerMoonsTarot coming at you guys with your December 2019 love tarot reading. I hope you guys are well, so let me know down in those comments down below, man. Keep in mind this reading is general. If it resonates, that's awesome. If not, it's not your message. Feel free to check out any other amazing tarot readers that we got here on YouTube, okay? These messages may resonate backwards or vice versa, so take them how they resonate if they apply to your particular situation. If you guys would like, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which is all linked down below. And you guys can also check out my sister and her boyfriend's YouTube channel. First link in the description if you guys want to take a look into my family's life. Right off the bat, you guys may be dealing with sacral issues, right? Or sacral chakra. Maybe it's in misalignment for some, which could mean maybe you feel as if your back might not be in alignment. Some of you are experiencing back pain here, waking up in the morning with back pain, feeling like you're not sleeping right, achy bones kind of vibe going on. Some of you may be feeling that. I believe Gemini rules circulation, so for some, maybe you're just not getting enough blood circulating through your body. So maybe go for a walk, go for a run, go exercise, get the blood pumping, and that should help with any sort of pains and aches that you're experiencing, so your blood will be circulating properly. Anything else that's coming through for that? Nope, not really. Okay, let's get it popping, man. But yeah, that's what I was seeing there for some of you. So if you're experiencing any sort of back pain in general, try to get your circulation running. You know, your sacral chakra here can be describing, if it's in misalignment, it can be describing that some of you here feel that you are blocked in your creativities. So whatever it is that you do, art, writer's block, something like that, you may feel that you're blocked. I would suggest doing a sacral chakra meditation. I referred this to the Cancerians. It's just a quick 11-minute chakra tune-up if you guys want to watch it. Link in the description. I'll put it there as the first link in the description if you want to check it out. It'll be a chakra tune-up. If you guys want to do that, it's a quick meditation. It should help balance out your sacral as well if any of you guys are dealing with sacral issues, okay? Messages for Gemini here. Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout December 2019. What messages do we got coming through for Team Gemini, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs throughout December 2019. Alright, Gemini, let's go one last shuffle. You may be seeing a lot of ones everywhere, such as 1111, 111. That could be signifying that you are awakening to something new or getting ready for a new path here, okay? Energy between you and another person. You got a Page of Swords, can be connecting with an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarian. Oh yeah, hello. We got a 10 of Wands, we got an 8 of Pentacles, and then we have a 3 of Swords, okay? And a 10 of Swords in reverse. So kind of what's speaking out to me right now, Gemini, is you are in a period of suffering, right? And what's interesting is that this is something that I heard a long time ago, and it really stuck with me. And pain is inevitable, but suffering is a choice. And I feel right now that you are doing your best to pick up the pieces, which was literally the reading that we just talked about. I did it a couple days ago for you guys. It was called Picking Up the Pieces. And I feel like you're doing your best to do that, but at the same time, you find yourself slipping back into depression or back into heartbreak. You find yourself slipping into pain. And you're almost feeling like it's an unbreakable cycle. No matter how much you're putting work into changing or putting work into feeling better, you keep finding yourself falling back into your pain. And with the Page of Swords, it's almost as if you are looking for ways out of it. Maybe you are trying to find happiness, but maybe you're trying to find happiness living vicariously through other people. That's what you need to be mindful of, Gemini. Try not to find your happiness by living through someone else. Make sure you're finding happiness by living through you. That's something that's always going to be very important. Now, why is Gemini the 10 of Wands? Why do they keep jumping back into the pain? What's going on? Why is Gemini the 10 of Wands? Why do they keep jumping back into the pain? Okay, Death card. Because it almost feels like there's a resistance here that some of you don't believe you can change, okay? Scorpionic energy here. You may feel right now that it's so hard to move on, it's so hard to let go, but I don't think it's necessarily the fact that it's too hard to let go. I feel like some of you genuinely don't believe that you can change the way that you feel. Now, with that disbelief that you have in yourself, this is why you're finding yourself stuck. If you don't believe you can change, then how will you ever change, right? And I think that's something that's important to note and acknowledge. I was having this conversation with myself the other day, and I was like, well, you know, I want to lose some pounds, especially moving into 2020. I want to get, you know, I want to get a little bit more muscular, but I also want to slim and lean down. And I was talking to myself, and I was like, you know, with all the negative thoughts I have about my body sometimes, you know, that's not helping me, right? If I don't believe that my body can change and adapt and transform into what my dream body is, then I'm never going to see my dream body manifest. I'm never going to see it come. So if you don't believe that you can change, then no matter how hard you try, change is never going to happen. So you got to get to the root of your core belief. That's something that's very necessarily important, okay? Now, clarifying this Eight of Pentacles, what is this Eight of Pentacles about? in regards to who Gemini is dealing with. Okay, and a King of Pentacles. Ooh. So, you're connecting with somebody in the way that they carry and present themselves. Could be a work-oriented person, but you're connecting with somebody who is fine, normal, like they're fine. And that's what I think bothers you, because you're in pain and they seem fine. You know, they're casual, they're good, right? Nothing wrong is going on here. Even though the Three of Swords came, messy breakup, disconnect between you and this other person, they're fine. And with the Page of Swords, you're looking over like, why am I hurting and you're fine? I don't like that, okay? You're like, why do I have to suffer? But you're just good, right? It's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up here, Gemini. So it feels like, you know, whatever disconnect happened between you and whoever you're connecting with, the other person just appears fine, and you're like, what the fuck? Why do I gotta suffer over here, huh? Oh boy. All right, let's take a look here. So Gemini, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over the person you're dealing with. I'll take a look at their feelings and how they view you. Then I'll take a look at how you view them and your feelings. We'll see where energies are aligning and then the outcome for the month of December, okay? Now, in regards to who Gemini is dealing with or has dealt with, let's take a look at how they feel towards them, please. Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus throughout December 2019. How does the person Gemini is connecting with feel towards Gemini, please? Let's take a look. Hello. We got a Page of Wands, we got a Queen of Cups, we got a World card, we got a Star card here, an Ace of Pentacles, a Nine of Cups, and a Queen of Wands. Clarify the Star card. Is that in regards to Gemini, or is that a personal feeling for them? 1 second, guys. King of Swords and King of Swords reversed and Six of Pentacles. So that's something for them. Okay, so Gemini, whoever you're connecting with here, right off the bat, Queen of Cups, Page of Wands, right? Playful kind of energy that they have to them, because the playful kind of energy I feel is what lured you in, the flirtatiousness, the way that they present themselves. Person has a lot of good confidence. They seem like a very confident individual, but with the Queen of Cups here, they take a look at their own cup, right? That's what's interesting about the Queen of Cups. She's looking down at her own cup, right? And it's almost as if she's not ready to let go of that cup yet, meaning that whoever you're connecting with might not have let go of a love that they've had for somebody else. So whoever you're dealing with might not have let go of a love they had, but I don't feel that's it. I feel like whoever you're connecting with isn't good at expressing love, therefore they express passion, right? The flirtiness, the sexiness, the fun time. Whoever you're connecting with isn't the best at expressing love, therefore they'd rather express a less emotional type of form of love, which comes in passion, okay? So, with this being said, World card here, Star card here, whoever this is you're dealing with, they still feel, excuse me guys, I'm having a lot of throat chakra issues today, alright? Whoever this is you're connecting with here, Gemini, they still feel as if they haven't met the right one. So whoever you're dealing with isn't ready to 110% emotionally open up when they feel as if they haven't met the right one. And clarifying that Star card, I got a Six of Pentacles here and a King of Swords in reversed. So what this is telling me is that they're kind of going around right now, going with the flow in life, you know, seeing who suits them, seeing who doesn't suit them. I feel like this is the type of person that kind of takes, not necessarily just any opportunity that comes their way, but it's almost kind of like that. I feel like this person takes opportunities based off of what they can get out of them, such as pleasure. This person takes opportunities of pleasure, lust, etc. You know, whatever feels good, right? And taking that literally, whatever feels good. So I feel like who you're connecting with, Gemini, is the type of person that is willing to take up offers, whatever feels good to them, right? What they can get from it. And I think that that's what they go for, because Queen of Wands, they're in this vibe of more so wanting to have fun, more so looking for passion, not looking for deep emotional bonds and deep emotional connections. But you were the one who got emotions, and this person over here was the one who didn't get attached. For some here, this could have been a friends with benefits situation. You might have caught feelings for your friends with benefits, Gemini, if this was your person, and this individual has no strings attached. That's what I feel here. Your strings are attached, their strings aren't. I just feel like they never caught that feeling, they never caught the vibe, they never caught the strings. That's why coming out of this painful period for you, they felt completely fine. Based off their intention, I think they were just looking to keep things super casual, you know? And they take whatever offers come their way because they're just looking for casual fun. This person's not ready to express any sort of love or emotion to anybody else. I almost feel like they neglect the love that they have for themselves as well, but that is their business, you know? But let's take a look here. How does Gemini feel towards this person during December 2019, please? Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Throughout December 2019, how does Gemini feel towards this person? let's take a look. So you got an 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Queen of Swords, Fool card, Hangman card, Strength card, and the Moon card. So first things first, 8 of Cups, 4 of Swords, 2 of Pentacles. I think you have done a lot of weighing in results, a lot of judgment calls here to officially walk away from them. But I don't think that it's hard to walk away from them, Gemini. I think it's hard to walk away from the idea of them. I think you are ready to be in love with somebody, and this person was here at the perfect time that you were ready to fall in love with someone. And I think this is where it hits home. I think this is where it hits home, because I don't know if you were necessarily in love with the person you're dealing with. I think you were in love with the idea of them. The idea of having love, because you were ready at this point in your life to have love. And I just don't think it worked out in your favor, especially considering that the strings were attached for you but not for them. And with the Hangman card here to the Fool card here, I think that you are trying so hard to break free out of this cycle of craving and desiring love, or craving and desiring to be loved. But at the same time, you feel as if, oh, well, if I'm just risk-free, then people aren't going to take me seriously. So you feel that if you construct yourself in a certain way, people are just going to use you rather than respect what it is you want. So for example, Gemini, if you're single and open to dating and connections, you feel that people are just going to look for sex, or you feel like people are going to invalidate your feelings and just kind of take what they want from you. So I think you fear developing connections with certain people because of miscommunication. And also, for some of you Geminis as well, you may feel like in this day of age that there's just non-committal people. Maybe you believe that there's no committal men out there, or you believe that you are not worthy of a beautiful relationship because all people want out of you is sex. Maybe you've come across a lot of people that are looking for sex, right? Geminis have something that is very voluptuous about them, something about them that is very enticing and attractive that people like. And you know, I've seen a lot of Geminis in my life. I know a lot of Geminis in my life that get their DMs filled with just horny guys wanting to fuck 24/7. So that very well likely could be what you've gone through. But I'm seeing here, Gemini, right now that you're really ready for love. But the person over here you were dealing with was just another fuckboy, all right? Or was just another fuck girl. So it was just another one of those people that came into your life to kind of have a little bit of fun, have something casual, and it phased out. And I think that really disappoints you, because you want the idea of love, but nobody seems to be fitting the picture currently, okay? So 5 of Cups here, of course it leads to disappointment, and then Queen of Swords here, it leads to you getting a little bit cold-hearted. Definitely cold-hearted towards this person. I don't feel like you're in communication with them or contacting them. You're watching them, though, with that Page of Swords, possibly. Keeping an eye on their social media account, seeing how they're doing. And obviously here, seeing how they're doing. When you see that they're fine and you're not fine, you're like, wow, that's totally unfair. But this person already knew what they wanted, and they already knew not to get any sort of strings attached. Now, when I say strings, Gemini, I don't think you fell wholeheartedly in love with this person. Maybe you didn't. You could have, but once again, I think that this isn't necessarily the right one for you. So, and I think you acknowledge and recognize that. 11:11, right there, as I'm watching this. It's 11:11, it's 1:11 p.m. So, time for new vibes, time to open up yourself to new adventures and new people, etc. But the Moon card to the Strength card, you're going to be okay. I think you're managing your emotions as well as you possibly can. Of course it still hurts. Of course you keep finding yourself back at heartbreak because it's difficult and it's tough and it's a really hard situation for you. But I think that no matter what you're going through in this current moment, you are doing your best to prevail, is what I'm seeing here. There's a lot of things you're wanting to express, but you don't know how to express it. That's what I feel overall too. So, from what I'm getting from this reading so far, you want love right now. You really want that. Maybe this person was the idea of love for you. Maybe you really thought you could have fallen in love with them truly. Maybe you thought that it was going to work out. And due to the fact that it didn't, it's more disappointing. And that's what really led you to heartbreak, was the disappointment, not the rejection of love. I think the disappointment was what led you to heartbreak due to the neglect of love that they had for you. And I don't want to trigger any Geminis by saying it's the idea of love, but I really feel that it is, because I feel like that's something you're genuinely really ready for, and that's something you're wanting to experience because you're so tired of finding meaningless connections that seem to manifest itself over and over and over again. But as I talked previously about change, you can't expect things to change unless you actually change the mindset that you have developed towards it. So I think right now this might be a time for you, Gemini, to develop a more healthier mindset when it comes towards love as well as boundaries. For example, a healthier mindset would be is that there are men out there, or there are women out there who are looking for the same exact thing I am. There are men and women out there that are looking for one true love, that are looking for a real genuine connection, that are looking to develop an emotional connection that really leads to a beautiful, passionate relationship where we can be completely open and loving towards one another. You know, you got to just change those intentions in your mind, because in order for your reality to change, it's got to be in alignment with your beliefs, you know? So I think that's the first thing to change. Because over here, you know, Fool card to the Hangman card, Pisces, Aries energy, you may feel, Gemini, that right now this is all people want from me. It's just a meaningless cycle of meaningless connections of men or women that only want sex, or that are just not interested in really developing love. It's like when you're stuck in that process and that's how you feel like everyone is going to treat you and act towards you, those are people that you're going to keep coming into alignment to, due to the fact that that's where your thoughts lie, you know? And I think it'll create a Tower moment for you here. Tower card at the bottom of the deck. I think you're going to recognize, like, oh shit, I've been manifesting against myself. Instead of manifesting love, I've been manifesting some karmic motherfuckers due to the way that I've been thinking. I've been a little bit of a negative Nancy. And that's okay, Gemini, it happens. So I think that you're coming to that realization of, man, I got to get my shit together. And you also got to set your boundaries higher too. You know, Gemini, you do have intuition. Trust me, boo-boo, you do. You definitely have intuition here. And I do feel that sometimes you tend to neglect it. Remember, don't let the idea of love here kind of contradict you finding the right person, or cancel out you finding the right person. Give me 1 second here. Because the Tower card fell, and that's exactly kind of what it's talking about. You know, the Tower card to the Ace of Cups. Don't let the idea of love actually cancel out you finding real love. Because when you find real love, it's when you actually surrender, right? Because the Tower is going to fall and crumble either way. When you surrender to the Tower, then the pieces can be rebuilt. Excuse me. So I feel here, Gemini, that you just got to surrender to love right now instead of filling in the idea of it. Because the moment that you surrender to it, that's when it comes towards you. That's when it comes towards you, when you let the Tower fall and crumble. I promise you. In regards to where energies are aligning between Gemini and this person, let's take a look here. I don't know what fell again. I got cards falling all day, every day. Let's just take a look. Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, and then there we go. And the Chariot card, the Truth will set you free. So where you're going between this person, Wheel of Fortune, Ten of Pentacles, cycle's coming to a completion, and the pain is going to be mended. So you're going to recognize, okay, I'm not really heartbroken over this person. I'm heartbroken because I wanted that genuine love, and I'm disappointed that it didn't work out. But you're going to see and gain a new perspective. And that new perspective here, of course, is the belief of, all right, there really is people out there who want what I want, who have the same energy as me. I kind of need to allow myself to let it happen instead of rush the process. Because every time people rush love, and this is not for you, this is just, well, I mean, it's for you, but it's an example. I'm not saying that Geminis do this, okay? But as for an example, you know, there's a lot of people that I come across, that I read for, that I see, that really rush the process of love. And when you rush the process of love, what you're doing is actually attracting the opposite of what it is you want. You know, if you want the most perfect connection, it's not going to be a connection that's rushed. Because when you rush a connection, you rush through getting to know the person, and then you also rush past the red flags, and you rush past the things that you don't like, and then you end up getting into this connection that you have built up in your head that's so amazing, and then the actual reality is that it's disappointing because you missed everything that you didn't want to be with. So you got to be very mindful of rushing the process here. So Ten of Pentacles, especially with that Ace of Swords, you coming into this true clarity of realizing, okay, I really need to let it just happen. It's going to allow you to move forward in a much more beautiful way. It's also going to allow you to be a lot more direct with connections that you have moving forward. So when you do continue to meet people, Gemini, you're going to be more direct on what it is you want, more stern, right? Because, for example, let's just say you're a woman, right, and you meet a guy, and this guy and you are talking for a little bit and clicking, and he just asks you, hey, so, you know, what are you looking for in a guy? You're going to be very direct and blunt. You're going to be like, I'm looking for a man that is possibly going to potentially be my husband down the line. A man who's really going to take care of me, a man who really wants to develop an emotional connection with me and vibes with me and clicks with me on a good level. And if you ain't that man, let me know, because I don't need my time wasted, but also, you know, I don't want to put in any sort of energy or wear my heart on my sleeve again to rip myself. So I feel like you're going to be very direct moving forward when it comes towards connections with people. And I think that's a good idea. I think you should be direct on what it is you want, and if they can't fulfill that need, then not necessarily cut it off and keep running, but just respectfully decline whatever it is they're offering. Because if it's not in alignment with you, then you shouldn't keep moving forward with it, okay? As for the overall outcome between you and this person, which is connections already came to a completion. Like I said, the cycle's in completion. I really do feel, and I know it can sound triggering, Two of Wands, you're choosing yourself. I know it can sound triggering, but I really feel that with this person, you were in love with the idea of them. You know, the idea of having love, of having a relationship, of having a partnership, rather than actually being in love with this person. And maybe that's a tough pill to swallow. I feel like I'm triggering Geminis. I might be triggering Geminis that this reading doesn't resonate with. So if it doesn't resonate to you, don't apply it to you, please. But I feel like that's for somebody, you know? And I've been there too. I've been there so many times in my fucking life, man. Oh my God. I was a baby Cancer, let me tell you that, okay? When I was a lot younger, man, I was a heartthrob. I loved so hard, and I got my tiny little heart broken all the time because I was just in love with the idea of love. And it was just ridiculous, you know? I'd find a girl, and I'd feel like, oh my God, I'm ready to get married, you know? I'd just give this person so much love. And it's not that I was really in love with the girl, because, you know, most of the girls I came in alignment with in the beginning of my dating days really weren't right for me. No disrespect to them, I wish them well, but they really weren't right for me. So I was kind of in love with the idea of them because I like wanted to rush the process and be married and have kids and do all this. And I'm like, Aunt, you gotta slow down. The right kind of love will come to you when it's meant to. You know, and I've had that advice from many people. Shout out to my girl Noelle. You know, I had a lot of advice from many people over the years that it's like, you can't rush the process, man. It's going to happen for you. So I hope you can take that with you, Gemini. Now, of course, you know, if this reading resonates, that's awesome. I really hope I can help you in any sort of way that I can. But also, if it doesn't resonate, there's always something to take away from a reading. So I hope you enjoyed and took away something beautiful. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If it resonates, of course, let me know down in the comments down below. Take care. Have an amazing, fantastic, and awesome rest of your day. And I will catch you guys for your December mid-monthlies. All right? Peace.